Nick C, on the other hand, he just pushes buttons. And it works because he's very, very good at pushing buttons. But it's, like you said, diametrically opposite from how Fatality approaches the game. And up against player 4, specifically Peach, it is going to be very, very, very hard.
However, I will say, player 4, I mean, we were talking about him like, oh, yeah, he's just kind of an afterthought to this Falcon, and we're about to see. Player 4 is no pushover.
No, not at all.
This Daisy is pretty good and is known
wins
to go
on players
deep.
like Mr. E, wins on like some of Tri-State's finest, and already off the bat dealing 50% to Fatality. Great start, but here comes the first combo. Only gets the nair into the up air though, so not the extension that Fatality would have wanted.
Regularly taking games off of people like John Numbers and Mr. E, as you mentioned prior, but at the same time, you know, this is a different breed of Falcon. It's just a matter of whether or not you can play this matchup as efficiently as you can. Player 4, you know, as much of a goofball as they are, they're pretty by the numbers as it goes when it comes to gameplay, and certainly they know what Peach or Daisy can and cannot do. And Daisy, everything coming up roses for them thus far. They're going to catch that and gets first blood on Fatality. You best clean that off your club, girl. You got 2 stocks to go.
Right. The biggest thing about this matchup is that Reggie is going to have to be extremely careful about how they space around Captain Falcon, because a single opening, if not carefully spaced, could result in the stock coming out. But so far, Reggie's been fantastic in disadvantage, fantastic at making sure that Fatality doesn't find those openings that he wants, and instead just getting those little bits of chip damage. We haven't seen any of the huge turnip combos, any of the big damage stuff, but instead it's just been slow and steady. But Fatality finally does connect with that bear, which is going to kill cross stage. Now gets the double up air, baits out the counter from Reggie, and oh, that's going to be the up air into the fair. The knee perfectly going to connect, but actually not going to kill, and Fatality trying to overextend a little bit with the up B, going to result in his own stock falling down, and you see what that is in the hands of player 4. That was the Stitch face, but thrown away without doing too much.
Yeah, no, I was about to compliment Fatality for keeping measured and bringing themselves back into it with that consistent gameplay. And then they risked it all. 2 straight parries from player 4. Again, very technically proficient player. It's the reason why he's able to go pretty deep at some of these fusions and the DNAs where he enters. Again, taking games off of people like Lemon Tea and BD Bean, shout out BD Bean, PK Chris, Vince, like dudes who are absolute killers in Jersey and Tri-State in general. Fatality getting that turnaround up B, however, that command grab, one of the better out-of-shield options in the entire game. And there you go. The patience is rewarded. 71%, certainly not out of the picture for Fatality at this point.
Right, these are just a couple of good Falcon combos away, and there's the double up air, triple up air, taking Reggie all the way off stage. He is going to be able to make it back past, but Fatality, well, he's done his job. He's brought this back to nearly even, and there's the Nair 1 knee to take out the stock. It was looking a little bit shaky after he made that one overextension, but Fatality, calm, cool, and collected as always, takes it out.
Player 4, I felt like, was just a little early with the spot dodge. They were definitely expecting the button to come out maybe just a quarter beat earlier than it wound up doing. And by the point they're able to recognize it, they're already in the death throes. And you saw player 4 trying to get out of the way when they were getting in that up air string. The fear of God being put into Reggie just there.
No, God already got eliminated.
God already died courtesy of Minecraft, certainly. But, you know, the fear of what was the societal concept known as God being put into him. Just knowing that knee was coming out eventually. But you have to say, I mean, if you get caught in it, it is an inevitability. Whether or not Fatality chooses to use it is on them. It's, again, a measured response. And they are that person sitting in the ivory tower at the top leading their people. But when they put their thumb down, that means off with your head. And player 4 going to smash, to Town and City, excuse me, for game number 2. Trying to smash Fatality's head in as a result. And these nairs, I'm liking.
I don't like the stage pick, though, Stu, is the thing.
Okay, I was about to address that. Go ahead.
Right, so the biggest thing about Town and City, of course, is that it has the shortest horizontal blast zones in the entire game, and what that means in this matchup is that right there, Falcon Dive, that up B out of shield, is going to be killing way, way earlier than it normally would on other stages. And speaking of killing early, Fatality gets the stomp into the weight to bait out the air dodge from player 4, and then immediately punishes with F smash.
Yeah, it's a bit wild. I don't know. The player 4, though, staying around. A little bit of a wave to the camera. If you're on stage, you might as well give a little bit of a
Oh my
to the
goodness!
crowd, but goodness gracious,
Show me your
Fatality!
moves!
How many times have we seen Fatality, when they're ready to do it, they can absolutely just bully you into submission. Player 4, however, not going to go down without a fight. These black gloves, this girl is ready for some absolute murder to happen, but is going to have to measure out against these buttons. The knee into the midsection.
Oh,
here we go. The real game.
Oh,
no, wait, no, hang on, no.
We need
a
slow-mo on that.
We need a replay on that. Do we have a replay in the booth?
I don't think so.
Do we have a replay?
We don't have replays.
We don't have replays on that?
I think that might have been the first ever instance of player 4 losing at a post-set rock, paper, scissors.
Oh, that is – I don't even know if that was a rock, paper, scissors. I think we need to go to a referee's decision on that.
I think that was just mashing their hands.
That was mind games.
Other.
Yeah, that was that was the mashing that we saw. I didn't know – Fatality is a masher. You just saw that. You saw at the end of the set, we can now officially say that. And I don't even think I can analyze that properly because of it. But if you have any parting shots on that set, by all means, go ahead.
We'll see the Twitch clips later on Twitter. It's okay.
Yeah, we sure will. All right, folks, we'd certainly like to thank you for joining us here at twitch.tv/BTS-Smash2 for continuing coverage of Low Tide City 2021, live from the Kalahari Resorts in Round Rock, Texas. Alongside Liquid Last, I am Mazer Stu, the announcer. Certainly glad that you're joining us, folks. If you've been enjoying this, certainly go ahead and support the people at Beyond the Summit. Hit the heart to follow. Subscribe if you're so inclined. If you think it's time, drop the prime. Anything that you can do to help out the good folks at Beyond the Summit, Tourney Locator, all the scenes that came together to make Low Tide City happen is certainly more than welcome. And I gotta say, this tournament thus far, we've seen some hype action, but the thing about majors, it's not just about what you see on the screen. It's about just the camaraderie, coming together, being homies, certainly partying responsibly, but it's a party nevertheless.
It's always a party here at the Kalahari.
Oh yeah. So,
but before we get into our next set, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to take a quick break. So make sure that you get your water, make sure that you stay hydrated, but most importantly, make sure that you don't go anywhere.
That goes when you're partying too.
That too. But make sure you don't go anywhere because we'll be right back after this short break.